What up, SGK users? Poker here. Today we're going to go ahead and go over turning your MetaHuman from the last tutorial into a fully modular character. So first thing, I just found this out. I don't know much about it, how to use it exactly. I think one of Diffuse's tutorials on adding a new mesh to SGK has a little bit on this editing tool that's built into Unreal. It's in the plugins, skeletal mesh editing tools. So you could actually cut up your mesh in here. Again, I'm not sure how you want to use or how you use it, so I prefer Blender anyway because Blender works a lot better, works for a lot of things. So again, we're just gonna import our FBX. We want to drag the root off of that armature. And then again, we would just we'll select that, get our legs. So do the same thing. You want to get separate hands. That way, if you have gloves, you can hide the hands when the gloves go on so they don't protrude through. And again, you might want to get a little bit of extra overlap too when you're doing this. So go ahead and get your mesh cut up. Export it. Again, how you export it, select the mesh you want to export. Hold Control, click on root. Export, FBX. Save it where you want it. Only selected objects, and you only want the mesh and the armature selected. Scale 0.01. Set that to face. No leaf bones, no animation. Name it, whatever. Save them. So do that for all your parts. You're going to want hands, arms, legs, torso, and feet. You can even go further if you want. Like on my personal project, I even cut just the pelvis out here. So it's up to you. But anyway, once you have them, go ahead and import them. I've already imported all mine. Set up their skins or materials. I've already set up the unclothed character here. So I'm going to go ahead and, for this one, I'm going to do the clothed character. So we'll start off by, first thing we're going to do is just go ahead and we're going to reparent this to our SGK character. Now you could technically do this on our child that we made yesterday. You could just copy all the extra meshes, or let's see here, it's on the wrong screen. You could just copy all of your extra meshes onto this instead of what we're doing, but this way works too. So you would just copy all your meshes, like the hands, feet, legs, etc., onto this mesh and then plug them in here. But we're reparenting it to the SGK character. And then we want to drag all of this onto the main mesh. But we want them all separate. Like, it doesn't need to be on the body. All right, and then we need to add a couple here. We need the arms. You know what? We're going to go ahead and rename these all too. I'm going to call that TP arms. TP body. Actually, we're going to change this up. We'll call this hands because we're not actually using the full body anymore on this. All right, so I'm just going to leave face as it is because we only have one face in the whole thing. So we got legs, feet, arms, hands, torso, Are we missing anything? Don't think so. Yeah, we're good. All right, once we have those, we are also going to want to go ahead and copy all these, except for the face. We want the legs, the feet, the arms, the hands, and the torso. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and get them set first. That way we don't have to do it twice. So let's go to our downloaded meshes here. And set them all up. We want the arms with no hands on it. All right, so there's that. And what are we missing? Oh, they're down there. That's why. All right. No biggie. All right, so let's go ahead and set all these to reset the transforms. And we can go ahead and reset this guy to invisible again. All right, and oops. Why is that a 2 not an S? All right, so now that we have that, let's go ahead and copy our legs, our feet, our arms, our hands, and our torso. I'm going to paste them onto the first person body, although again, they're not going to paste directly onto it. So we have to drag them down. Then let's go ahead and rename these to FP. Oh. What was that, feet? What is this? Arms, right? Yeah. All right, and then we want to go ahead and reset the transforms on these as well. Then we can make the first person body hidden and not visible. And then for the arms, we're going to go ahead and add 2 meshes. We'll call this, we probably should have called those FPB, but that's all right. Well, let's call it FP arms underscore arms. And then we want to go ahead and add another static mesh or skeletal mesh. And we'll call that FP arms hands. That actually needs to be on the arms, not, so it needs to be under the first person arms. All right, and then we go and set these up. And then we can go ahead and set this to hidden and not visible. All right, so there's that. First thing I want to do is go into the enable master pose and change that to the mesh, because this is our master. Everything else is going to be the followers. And we need what? We need hands and arms. So arms. Hands. We got feet, we got legs, we got torso. Yeah, that's everything there. And what we're going to do here is make that bigger. We're just going to duplicate our enable master pose here. And we'll call this FP body. And then we want to change the mesh here to the first person body. All right. Then go back to our construction script, and then we're going to need what? Well, 5 of these. Then we need all this. We need the legs, the feet, torso. And, oh, yeah, and this one right there. So hands, feet, torso, arms. Nope. Hands, torso, arms, feet, and legs. There we go. All right, and then we're also going to, instead of making one of these, we're just going to do this with the first person. Arms. Set a leader pose. Switch that to be the leader. Then arms and hands will both connect in here. All right, now we should be good there. Except for the face. I think we need to add that to add an enable master pose for that too. Well, that didn't fix that. Why did that not fix that? Do we need to put this back onto something? Try putting it on the torso. And then going in here, where do we just put that? We put that right there. Get rid of that. You know what? Somebody look at how I did it on the other one. Okay, that's right. Huh, it should be working. Why is it not? Oh wait, did I do the wrong one? Try this again here. This is the mesh. You take it back off that, put it back on the mesh. Yeah, it's on the mesh. Do we have the, yeah, animation's gone there. This is so weird. It did not do this on the other character. The other character's fine. All right, well, you know what? I think it might be something else that we need to do here. We're set there. Let's just see what it looks like in game real quick. We haven't set up our hider yet. Yeah. Let's go ahead and set this to Quinn as well, since we are dealing with a female character. Didn't think that would change anything, but... let's just try this real quick. Where's the face at? There. Let's put the face back onto the torso. And then set the torso as a leader. And the face as a target. See what that does. Nope, didn't change a thing. Is it the... Huh. Maybe it is the face. Let's try the other one. Yeah, interesting. Alright. So the closed face was different than the one without clothes. Huh. Alright, whatever. So we can probably just go back to like this then. Yep, still good. Alright, so that's weird. I guess it's because of the clothes on there, it changes up the body a little bit, but I never really noticed that before. So I've messed with MetaHumans a bunch of times, never seen that. It's on mine, my main character, or my main project, I have a selectable MetaHuman, and it's just, it swaps out the faces and stuff like that, and I'm using the same mesh, like one single mesh, or not single mesh, but um, one group of meshes, because it is a modular character, and I only have just the third person. I don't have any of the first person stuff on mine. But it's like when I swap out a character, it's only swapping the material on the mesh. It's not actually changing the mesh. So I don't understand why that face didn't fit correctly on this body. But oh well. Whatever. So that's all there. Now we just need to go ahead and set up our grooms on here, which is in the interface. Grooms and mesh. So SGK get mesh. Oh, we forgot to do that. It's already done on mine, but what you want to do is go into your enum, and then in the e-body mesh, you want to add all of your new meshes. So we got first person arms, first person hands, a face, a third person torso, third person arms, third person hands, third person legs, third person feet. Then you want a first person body torso, first person body arms, first person body hands, the legs, and then the feet. Then once you do that, of course, you want to do this again. Select, connect it up there, and just go ahead and drag out every single mesh here. And then again, mesh goes to that in third person. First person arms is going to be that one. First person body. First person arms. Right here. First person hands. Face. Third person torso. Hands. Legs. Oops. Feet. And all of the first person stuff. So torso. First person body stuff. Are we missing? Did we get two third person arms? Or we are missing it. Alright, once those are all done up, next we're going to do the grooms. And you know what, we're going to change something on the grooms here because later on we might want to, like when we put a helmet on, we might want to just make only the actual hair disappear, not every single hair bit. So let's make a new enum here. We'll call it e groom types. And we need, what, 6 enumerators? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hair. Fuzz. Eyelashes. Eyebrows. Mustache. And beard. Oop. All right, and then what we're going to do is go back to our, where is it? Other interfaces, the character interface. And we could just reset this one. We're just going to make a new one. SGK get groom components. And we want to make our output be our new enum there, the e groom types. Oops. All right. Now, we're going to go ahead and, just for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to add this, but I'm also going to use the old one as well. But basically you would just, oh, this needs to be a array, my bad. Back on the character interface, make that an array. Oh, no. No. All right, I'm dumb. Sorry about that. All right, so what we want on our output actually is the groom component. Oops. Groom component. And we'll call it groom component. And we need the input is going to be our e groom type. All right, so now we go back here to our character, like that, and we want to select, hook that up, and then we drag our groom types up here. And we do want to have these go to where they say they are. And then now we need to go to our character component. All right, once we've opened up our character component, what we need to do is go ahead and add the hiders and unhiders in here. So in third person, what we're going to need to do, this is our grooms right here. We didn't set this up yet this is what we did yesterday. This is the old style. I'm not going to replace it right here. You can just leave it like this too if you want, but this is, you could swap it out by going get groom components and then setting each individual one here exactly like we're doing with these here by using the set owner no C node, setting them up just like this and setting it for each type. Now we're not going to worry about it on here because when we go into first person, we don't want any bit of any single groom component to be seen. So this would be mainly for clothing. Let's see, you could go to, let's see, other master clothing component here. As you can see, when it adds the meshes, it's getting our body mesh and it's looking for the mesh is through here, picks whichever one it's using here. It adds it as a component, and then it attaches it to our body mesh, and then it goes through our body mesh and sets it to this skeletal component to use our body mesh as its leader pose component. So basically like what we did with the character. And what we could do here is get our attach actor, which is a hidden variable, so you have to uncheck context sensitive. And then retake that. And what we would want to do here is we could, see, how would we do that? First, we'd want to get our groom component, the hair. Like, let's say you're putting on a helmet or something. What you can do here is, does it have the equipment type in here? Got item details, there should be. The equipment details right here. Just copy that. Paste that over here. Drag out and break it. Ooh, it's got equipment slots. I guess we could make that into, no, let's see. Thought you could break this into an array somehow. No. To array, there we go. To array. And generally your equipment, like a helmet, you're probably only going to have it on the single slot, which is helmet. So we could go get a copy. Let's see. Well, this would not be the right way. There's got to be a way. Yeah, no, that's right. That should be fine because you should only, it should only be finding an equipment slot that we're using or that we have set on our equipment details. And then generally you're only going to have one, like for a helmet, which is what this would mainly be for, would, you can only have one setting for it, if you know what I mean. Like you're not going to have it go on the head and the, like the arms or anything. So it should be, this should be good. It should get, there should only be one equipment slot in the thing, and then it should just be 0. So yeah, and then we just set this to equal, let's say helmet. Then we'd want to go ahead and set that to that it's not seen. And that way the hair is not going to stick out of your helmet. That should work like that. And then you'd want to do the same thing, setting it back to being able to be seen when you go into the other, whether it's first person or third person. So that's what that enum was for there. But let's go back to our character component. Because again, we need to go ahead and add all of our, this is entering the third person, so we'd want to make sure that all of our third person meshes, the arms, the hands, the legs, the feet, they're all set to be able to be seen. And then we want to make sure that all of our first person stuff, including the first person arms, and the first person body, arms, torso, all of that is going to no longer be seen. And then the exact same thing in the first person camera, except now we're going to be hiding all of our third person items and unhiding all of our first person items. So that's that. Yeah, see, good. All right, I shouldn't see hands though. We need to get rid of the shadows on those too. So everything that we've added, select them all. Shadow, look, search for shadow. Untick cache shadows. All right, so now let's take a look. All right, shadows look good. Weapon looks good, but like I thought, we have an extra set of arms. And that is because we need to go to our construction script. Actually, I don't think we need it on construction. Let's see, where's our master character at? Oops. Oh yeah, it is on construction. So we're missing this part right here. That's why we're seeing those extra set of hands. So if we go here and add a call to parent function, that should be good. We also want to go to the event graph here and do the same, add a call to parent function. On begin play. Yeah, now we don't see the extra arms. Oops. And everything's working. Now, like when we're moving there, you can see through the shirt. This is where the tag stuff comes into play here. So let's go back to our character. And we're going to go to, we'll just take both torsos real quick. Where's the other one? There. Tags. Torso. And you want to do the same for everything. So like the third person legs and the first person legs. You want to add a legs tag. Arms. You don't want to add anything to the first person arms. There's not these arms. The first person body arms is where you want to add them. Hands. Now, if you, for gloves, you'd probably want to give the first person hands a tag. So do we get feet yet? No. Oops. Ah, can't type today. And face too. So maybe you're going to put a helmet on that you can't see through. Alright, once you got all your tags set on your character mesh, what you want to do is go ahead and go to your items here, item list, find our item, like our shirt, and just make sure that we have our hide character component tag set to torso. And then same thing too, like if you wanted to hide the arms along with this, you could just add the tag arms. It'll hide anything under here that has the proper tag. So, and the same thing for jeans. If you'd want to hide the legs. Anyway, let's go ahead. Let's throw the jeans on there so we can see a almost fully clothed character. So yeah, you can't see the body popping through anymore. However, you can see a little bit of a, right there on the left side, there's a little bit of a gap between the shirt and the underwear. That's just, not really sure what you could do about that. That's just part of the way it works here. Oh, I didn't make that. I didn't, that's what I need to do. I need to make that into a pants. Now I should be able to put those on. Yep, there we go. So when you're fully clothed, you don't see that gap anymore. But as you can see, if you look at the ankles, right above the ankles, we're missing some skin there. That's why I said when you do like the feet, go a little bit higher than where it cuts off. Same thing for legs, maybe go down into the feet a little bit. That way you can avoid all those issues. Because not all of the MetaHuman clothings are the same length too, so